Welcome to Biblical Studies Today, instructional videos. I want to think with you about the Greek perfect tense form of verbs, peak in epistles, and preaching, all of this in respect to 1 John. I suggest that if we look at epistles, we can use a rule that I describe as the 20-70 rule. About 20% of the way through, you can generally find the thesis. About 70% of the way through, you can find a climax. Now, there's give or take in each of these, and we think about this range and looking at the climax. And often, if we're looking at the original languages, we can identify certain patterns, and there's a density here of specific patterns, often around 70% of repeated words or specific grammatical forms. And that's what we have in 1 John 4. We're about 70% of the way through 1 John here in chapter 4, and there's a density of perfect tense form verbs here, and this density of terms plays into this climax or peak section, and it's a density of rare forms. The perfect tense form is much more rare than the aorist or present, and its density gets our attention. Want to note a few of those here. Agape common, not that we have loved God, and the perfect tense form is often bulky with an augment up front. The kappa tense formative here. Here we see that reduplication up front. Tetheate, verse 12. No one has ever seen God. And we go to, at the end of verse 3, no one has ever seen God. But if we love one another, he agape autou en hemin teteleomen estin. His love is perfected in us. His love is made complete in us. Verse 13, hati ek tu pneumatos autou dedoken hemin, that he has given to us of his Spirit. Again, we now have this play on the perfect here, tetheatai, and then down here, tetheamatha. No one has seen God, but we have seen and testify that the Father has sent his Son, apestoken, right here. These perfects densely arranged here in 1 John 4 get our attention. And if someone is preaching this text, it's helpful to note the idea of the stativity of the perfect and how it plays in here. And even in many English translations like the CSB, the use of the helping verb has or have coming through, and that gets our attention, and the density of these ideas in terms of God's love for us and our love for one another. Robert Longacre's holistic discourse analysis can be so helpful in this regard, and we can help you at MBTS in recognizing patterns of language and preaching the text holistically and with an idea of applying the text to God's people. For more Biblical Studies Today instructional videos, go to biblicalstudiestoday.com or stop by mbts.edu to study Greek grammar with us and how you can preach God's Word.